tenth of the price to the D-Bronzi Drops. This is crazy. But you can see the textures look quite similar. Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Caroline and I like to review face bronzing products. I've reviewed quite a few on my channel before. I just like using products that are bronzy and provide a nice colour on the skin, no coverage whatsoever. So that type of product is perfect for me. And when I walked into Primark, I saw these and I thought, ooh, these look similar to these. And so I thought I'd give them a try. These are the Primark Instant Bronzing Drops. They're in the shade medium dark. I walked into Primark and I knew what I wanted to get. I saw these floating about on social media and once I saw them, I grabbed them straight away. These are £3.50 and you'll find them in the beauty section. Now, what do these look similar to? The D-Bronzi Drops by Drunk Elephant. We are going to compare them just to see if they're similar or different and see if it's worth it or not, because these are basically a tenth of the price of the D-Bronzi Drops. These are about £35 and these are £3.50. So we're going to do a little bit of a comparison in this video for you as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try these on with you guys. I'm going to do my first impressions and we're going to do a wear test as well, just to see how they apply, how they sit on the skin, how the product looks on the skin after a few hours, and seeing what the colour is like and if it performs similarly to the D-Bronzi Drops. Okay, so without further ado, let's head into the application and wear test. Good morning everyone, I am just getting ready for my run. It'll be my long run of the week, so getting ready for that, and I've already got my eyelashes on and now we're gonna test out this. Let's see how this is gonna work out. I think they had another one as well, but I didn't see a light one. I just saw that they had this colour in store and I grabbed it straight away. I am fake tanned at the moment. I've got about 2 layers of tan on, ready for my holiday. I'm also feeling fairly stuffy this morning. So today there's a high pollen count and I'm feeling quite stuffy, hence why the red nose. And I will be using a lot of tissue today, and I can imagine throughout my run I will be blowing my nose quite a bit as well. It will be running like crazy. So what I've got on my skin at the moment is my skincare and sun care. I woke up bright and early this morning so I could have my electrolytes and my coffee and get ready essentially. Oh, there we go. I didn't even give this a shake. Very similar to Drunk Elephant. Oh, I think that's a bit too much. It's very, very runny. I think it's more runny than the Drunk Elephant. So runny. I can imagine this being quite a messy product. If I can get the lid on. Right, gonna start off with like that amount. Whoa, it's quite opaque. Wow, does that have no fragrance to it? I don't think it has any fragrance to it. Wow, that's quite different for Primark, isn't it? Right. How is this gonna blend into my skin? Am I gonna look super dark? This is crazy. So for this, I'm using my old and faithful Canon G7X to film this, which picks up colours much better when I'm doing makeup videos than my DJI, which is what I've been using lately because it has the mic. But I don't find that it picks up the colour very well and I look extremely washed out. So for this video we are not going to be mic'd up. Right, I do think it comes up quite orange. Don't know if you can see that, but overall I do think that if you take your time to blend it, it will go into the skin quite nicely. I'm gonna go and wash my hands, of course. Right, okay, I think that's all good. Maybe a tad bit too dark for how I am right now. I think it is considerably darker than the Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi Drops, more on par with the Indeed Labs Nano Bronze. As you can see, it's giving me quite a lot of colour on my skin. Right, I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and see how it lays on the skin. We need to see if it goes patchy or anything once other makeup has interacted with it. And obviously on my run you'll be able to tell if it goes missing on my face or whatnot. Then I'm going to do my eyebrows off camera, and of course I've already got my Kiss Mascara lashes on. Right, so upon closer inspection, I don't know if you can see, but it's really stuck into my eyebrows. It's really sat a little bit red into my eyebrows. Don't know if you can see, like, it looks like I've tinted my brows, which I haven't. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it kind of looks like that, and it has really sat into my skin, and it's not giving me that like metallic radiance that we get from the other products. I don't know what it would look like if I hadn't put my SPF underneath, because this also gives me a bit of like radiance to my skin. So yeah, I mean, it looks nice from a distance, but close up, you can't really tell on camera, but it just looks like it's sat on the skin, kind of like a bit flat. 9k in, this is what my skin is looking like, nice and orange. I've just done 17k. I've guzzled down a load of water. You can see where it's come off because my nose was dripping in snot. So yeah, and I think it's looking a bit rough on my face. It doesn't look very smoothing. I don't think it looks nice. It's really rough. I am now back home, guys. I know this is like a really bright top, but excuse that. I am at home now, and since getting back home it is 11:53 and the skin looks like this. I'm gonna have to say, I think it looks a little bit muddy on my skin. Maybe I need to use a little bit less, but it just doesn't look nice. Like, my skin doesn't look like overly, like, it doesn't look radiant, and I just don't think that, look, it's kind of patchy as well, where I have kind of like a little bit of like texturization on the skin. So yeah, I just think it looks a bit rough, and it doesn't look that smoothing on the skin, unlike the Indeed Labs or the Drunk Elephant D-Bronzi Drops. From a distance it looks really nice, but up close I find that it looks quite rough on the skin. It just looks a bit patchy. I don't know. We'll see we'll have to see what it looks like tomorrow when I use a little bit less. But yeah, I guess you get what you pay for. It's 5:27 and I'm gonna call it a day now. I'm gonna take off my makeup, and then I shall see you guys tomorrow for another full day of wear tests. Hello and good morning, everyone. So this is what my skin is looking like today. It looks really nice on sunlight, doesn't it? It doesn't look as muddy or anything today. I did apply a little bit less, but because it's a little bit runny, I can't really control how much comes out. Like, I try like as much as possible. But yeah, it looks really nice on the sunlight. It does kind of look a little bit flat in certain lightings, like it doesn't give you that massive glow, but yeah, it looks really nice on the sunlight, doesn't it? But yeah, I applied it this morning. I've been to the gym now. Gonna go and get some petrol before then head to work. Right, so I'm just at work. This is what my skin is looking like. It's currently, time is 8:57, and this is what the skin is looking like in office light and daylight at the same time. Yeah, I still don't think it looks nice. It's lunchtime. It's about 1 at the moment, and this is what my skin is looking like. Yeah, it's all right. I was going to take off my makeup, but I realised I need to do a final check-in. This is what the skin is looking like. I have had the sniffles all day. It's hay fever season, and my nose has just been, yep. But yeah, skin is alright, skin is alright. It's lasted throughout the day, and you can see like the redness coming through on my skin and stuff like that as well. Hello everyone, I am back from holiday, and can you see how dark I have gotten? Right, so I applied the Primark bronzy thing this morning, and it was just horrendous. It was not a great match whatsoever. I had to take it off, but I only have like 5 minutes left to get ready, guys, so this is like in a hurry. And so I took it off immediately, and then I changed to the Indeed Labs because it was just so off. It was orange in the way that doesn't look nice. This complements my tan very well in my opinion, whereas the other one was just like this pinky orange, and it was just not looking right, and I could not get it to work at all. But yeah, so you can see how dark that I get naturally, but yeah, it's just that just doesn't work with my natural colouring. In comparison to the D-Bronzi Drops by Drunk Elephant, I do find that the Bronze Drops by Primark are a little bit heavier. They're more runny to apply. As you can see, the consistency is fairly runny. They're thick but runny. And then the D-Bronzi Drops. Right, side by side comparison, the D-Bronzi Drops aren't as runny as the Primark ones, and the Primark one, I find that the Primark one runs quite pink, if you can see. So let me just smooth down the product for you guys. Now, as you can see, one of them is very much more golden, and the other one is pink. Salmony even. We can see the textures look quite similar, and they both have this metallic bronze to them as well. Both of these products do not have a fragrance at all, but you can see the colour differentiates the products the most. You can see that one of them runs slightly warmer and one of them is a weird colour, man. This is such a weird colour to have as a face bronzing product. It's very, very pink. It's very salmony, whereas the bronzy one, whereas the Drunk Elephant one's a bit more suited to olivey tones, and they're more natural looking in my opinion anyway. So I did find that I struggle to blend this in with my skin. Now, I have got it on my skin today, but I used tiny amount, like a tiny amount, because the colour doesn't bode well with the rest of my body. This is like me trying to make it work. I mean, it doesn't look bad or anything. I just don't find that it sits on the skin that nicely. I don't know if you can see here, but it does grab to the texture on the skin. It does last a whole day, but if you're looking at the skincare properties and how it looks on the skin overall, I would highly recommend the Drunk Elephant ones over the Primark ones. If you're looking for a dupe, these aren't, just because the colour runs wildly different. Wildly different. I would say you get much more of a natural tan look on your skin with the D-Bronzi Drops, whereas this one, you're gonna have to mix this in with your foundation. You're gonna have to put your foundation on top of this or something like that, because the colour on this, just, I don't know who it would fit well with, you know. I don't know anyone that kind of like tans to like a pinky colour, you know. I know people get red in the summer and stuff, but this colour just isn't flattering, and if it grabs to any like redness on your skin, it just appears even more red, because it does have this very pink tone to it. And when it dries down, I don't think the Primark one is as glowy as the D-Bronzi Drops. Don't know if you can see, but this one, the reflection isn't quite as much, even though it's dried down. And with the Primark one, it's a little bit harder to blend. This one, it's still blendable, but this one, you can see that's gone a little bit patchy as I try to blend it. And also, if you did want to see a comparison of these two, I'll show you that as well. So these are the Indeed Labs Nano Bronze Bronzing Drops, and we'll compare them to the Primark ones as well. If you haven't seen my review of the Indeed Labs one, then please check that out. I'll have it linked up here or down below for you guys as well, because I really enjoy wearing these drops and I think they're really good for the price. Great. Okay, so I'll just do a tiny pump of this product on my hand, and the colour of it is much more natural. And then again, the Primark one, oh, see, it's just such a runny product. Okay, so Primark one, stripe one, yeah, and then you've got the Nano Bronze. The colour runs totally different. One of them is a little bit more orange than the other, and you can see how pink the Primark one is against the Indeed Labs. But again, if you want to see an in-depth review, I'll link it down below for you guys. Alright, so would I recommend this product? Personally, I didn't like it. I find that it sits quite flat on my face, and where I do have dry combination skin, it doesn't sit well on my dry areas. And because it has that matte look on the skin I'm not used to, I quite like a glowy glass skin finish, and that's why I like to use bronzing products, because it has that metallic property to it, making a really nice sheen. However, this dries down to be quite flat looking, and the kind of like bronzy metallicness doesn't really come through that much. Don't know, you know, it just doesn't look that nice in person either. When I look at my face in the mirror, it kind of looks a little bit patchy, and the colour just doesn't run well, doesn't sit very well on my skin, and so I don't personally like it. However, some people would apply their foundation on top of this, mix this in with their foundation, or mix this in with their moisturiser. That could work for them, but for me, as a person that likes a glowy bronzy base, this just hasn't fit the bill. I know it's £3.50, but it didn't wow me. I know for £3.50 I shouldn't really complain. It's a tenth of the price to the D-Bronzi Drops and a quarter of the price of the Nano Bronze, but hey, I gave it a go and I personally didn't like this product. Okay, those are my last and final thoughts of this product. I hoped it helped someone out there, but if you got along with this product, do let people know. Do leave a comment as well, because this could work for someone else. It just hasn't worked out for me. Hope you enjoyed this review, and if you found it helpful, please give it a like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next video.